and as burdens of water, how can I know what my purpose is? Very good, Aristotle's answer. Given that in nature nothing is useless. That's right, because everything has a purpose. So for you to know what your purpose is, nothing is better than you knowing yourself well. Because once you identify your inherent attributes, it becomes simple to understand their function, and then you will discover your purpose. Finding your purpose finds your natural place in the puzzle. Cosmic. So if you get Socrates' phrase, know thyself, that's it, not psychoanalysis, no. It is you realizing your place in the world from your attributes. And so, which attributes are significant? Those that stand out most within you. Therefore, where resides the answer to your purpose? It is in what is best in you. And observe what is best within you. You might refer to these as innate talents, right? Natural gifts. You could term them vocational elements, speaking from a Christian perspective. But Aristotle referred to these as virtues. Therefore, let us name them virtues. You examine your virtues, ascertain what they are, and by observing your virtues, you will discover your ultimate purpose. Consequently, if the package of life is well lived when I fulfill my purpose, the answer to my purpose is in my virtues. So I will not be able to live well if I do not identify my virtues. Period. Secondly, I cannot live well if I fail to apply my virtues to the service of my existence. Likely, wouldn't you say? If I do not use my virtues to live, and three, I will not be able to live well if I do not develop with excellence my virtues, my talents. So, what is the good life? It is the life in which you manage to seek excellence in what you are virtuous, talented, and so forth. This is because virtue serves as the signal the universe provides you. Perhaps virtue is a message, cosmic, to use the phrasing of a communication student. Yes? Virtue is a cosmic message indicating to you what your place in the universe is. Thus, if you turn away from your virtue, you lose your line of communication with the cosmos and become adrift, unaware of your proper place. Therefore, you must identify your talent, your talents, and grasp the message the universe has sent you, and then seek excellence in that talent of yours. And if you cannot seek excellence in your talents, then you will have lived poorly. Life will have been a failure. Oh, but I helped the orphanage of Tiago Mercinda. I reduced hunger in Zambia. I didn't inquire about those things. What was expected of you was that if you developed your talent as an artist, you would alleviate hunger in Zambia. That was not the task. The task was to draw. Therefore, you lived poorly, lived out of sync, lived misplaced, failing to meet your purpose. Good. It is. What would I dare to say at this moment as we reach a point here? That is a point I never tire of exploring and refining. When you live poorly, someone could say, well, I lived poorly and that's it. But we must recall that for the Greek, moral dignity consists of living well. Observe that this point is fundamental. It means that, and this has nothing to do with us, properly speaking, but it is essential to grasp that there is an overlap between moral dignity and the complete unfolding of one's faculties and inherent virtues. Therefore, what does that imply? It implies that failing to develop your virtues constitutes a serious moral failing. It is a moral error, a moral disgrace. Just to draw a parallel, because this will help. Let's imagine that you rob someone. So from the modern point of view, this is unacceptable because you harmed someone, etc., and so on. So there is a negative judgment of your conduct based on the impact on the other person. Now, if you search in Aristotle for the term other, you will not find it, because that is not Aristotle's focus. When do you fail? You fail when you step on the ball with the universe, not with another. Screw the other person. It is with the universe that you mess up. And when do you mess up with the universe? When you don't do what you were supposed to do. I want you to do what you were supposed to do. Develop your talents. And if you did something else, you did very badly. But many people were saved thanks to me because I didn't ask for it. I asked you to draw. So do you realize this way of thinking is a way of thinking that comes from the fundamental Greek package? Moral dignity coincides with the development and realization of virtues. They are the same thing. I know this seems strange to you, of course. And why does this seem strange? Because you were educated in a civilization dominated by modern thought. And consequently, I would suggest you are an unwitting Kantian. And why? Because what seems self-evident to you is what Kant established. What is worthwhile for you to know is that it was not always this way previously. That people thought, you see, the fact that you mess up with someone has no gravity whatsoever. Because what is really grave is messing up with the universe. And messing up with the universe is turning your back on what the universe gave you as best, which are your virtues.